Hi, everybody. My name is Ashley Moon, and I'm the project coordinator for the National Federation of the Blind STEM2U program. And I'm really excited to share a video with you today on how to do activity one, balloon blast. So before we get started, just a couple of tips. You might want to do this outdoors or in a kitchen or somewhere that you don't mind getting a little messy. Just be prepared because it could get a little messy, so don't wear your nicer clothing or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get my learning shades on so that we can practice our non-visual skills. All right, so I'm going to start getting my supplies ready to go here. So what you're going to need is an empty bottle, and I've got mine placed into a fast food cup holder because I don't have somebody working with me today. If you have a partner working with you, having them hold the bottle could also be helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and use my fast food cup holder today. And I also have that whole cup holder placed into a metal aluminum tray so that I can catch any spills in that tray and sort of minimize my mess. What you're going to want to do first is work with your liquids. So you're going to go ahead and measure out a half a cup of distilled white vinegar. You can find this at your grocery store or at a Target or anything like that. It's pretty easy to find. And we're gonna go ahead and measure that into a half a cup measuring cup that I've got here. And you're gonna want to have two funnels. So I'm gonna keep one funnel for dry things only and another funnel for liquids. And I'm gonna go ahead and place one of those funnels into the mouth of my bottle right now. And then I'm gonna measure my vinegar. So just some non-visual tips. When you're measuring liquids, it can be very helpful to place your fingertip at the edge of your measuring cup so that you can feel when that liquid gets to the rim. And I will be honest, vinegar is a little bit tricky because it's a pretty light liquid. So I'm going to go ahead and pour mine over my tray to minimize any spills that might happen. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. All right. Looks like I got about half a cup there, maybe a little more. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take that and pour it into the funnel that's in the mouth of my bottle. And I hear that pouring in there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put the lid back on my vinegar because I don't want to spill that on anything else. All right, and you're also going to want to measure a quarter cup of water. Now, I didn't bring out my quarter cup measuring cup, but I'm just going to estimate it with my half a cup here. So I'm going to pour it till it's about halfway on my half a cup, which would be very gentle. This doesn't have to be super precise for this activity, so I'm going to just estimate that. And I'm also going to go ahead and pour that into my bottle with the funnel. All right. So now that I've got those done, let me go ahead and put the cap back on my water. I don't smell that everywhere either. Alrighty, put that to the side. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove the funnel from the mouth of my bottle and put it to the side. And you're gonna wanna lift up your bottle very gently and just kind of swirl it. You don't wanna shake it vigorously or anything like that. You just kind of wanna swirl it so that the water and the vinegar mix together. And then you can go ahead and put that back down or have your partner hold it for you or what have you. The next thing we're going to do is grab our funnel that we reserved for dry ingredients only. We're going to go ahead and secure a balloon to the bottom of that funnel. So the way you're going to do that is find the opening of your balloon. It's like a stretchy circular opening. And you're going to want to stretch that over the pointy bottom part of the funnel. So go ahead and do that and secure it. Make sure it's nicely on there all the way around. If you have a partner working with you, they can help you hold that in place. That could be very helpful. But if not, then you just want to kind of hold that securely with your fingers. And then you're going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of baking soda. So I'm going to get my tablespoon. I have a one tablespoon spoon over here. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm also measuring this over my aluminum tray as well, so I can minimize any spilling here. So I'm scooping it out and I'm gonna use my finger to level it off. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put that into my funnel. And I'm going to get one more since we need two. Again, I'm getting a big scoop and then using my finger to level that off and putting that into the funnel. Okay, close up the baking soda so it doesn't get everywhere. And this part can be a little tricky. You want to make sure that you're kind of tapping your funnel. You can put your finger in there, make sure all the baking soda is filled in. But what you are going to be feeling is the baking soda should be inside the main part of the balloon. So once you feel confident that you got all that baking soda in there, you're going to very carefully remove it from the end of your funnel. And I say very carefully because these balloons do tend to break at the mouth like that. So be very gentle when you try to remove it from your funnel. Okay, now the last step is going to be placing your balloon onto the bottle. But the trick here is to make sure that you don't let any of the baking soda fall in just yet. So you kind of want to have it hanging to the side, and you want to very gently stretch the opening of the balloon over the mouth of the bottle as best as you can. And again, partner comes in handy here if you have one. If you don't, then you're going to want to just use your fingers to kind of feel around, make sure you got that balloon all the way around. Again, they do tend to break at this part of the balloon, so please keep that in mind, have some extras on hand in case that happens. And you're going to want to hold that in place with your fingers if it's just you, or you can grab a rubber band to secure that as well. And when you feel like it's secure and you're ready, keep your hand there holding that balloon in place so it doesn't pop off. And you're going to use your other hand to lift the balloon so that all the baking soda falls in to the bottle. So I'm going to do that now. And then we're going to see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to pause for a second. This balloon is inflating. I'm keeping my hand on the bottle, holding it in place, and the balloon inflated pretty quickly. And I'm not sure if you can hear it on the video, but it's bubbling inside the bottle. So if you were doing this at home, you can lean real close to that bottle and hear it fizzing and bubbling, and it's filling up with air. So this is a pretty cool experiment. It's still filling up pretty steadily. Sometimes they pop, sometimes they don't. So you'll have to try that out at home and see what happens. If you want to kind of get it to inflate a little bit more, make sure you hold it securely, but you can kind of shake around the bottle a little bit, holding that balloon in place still, see if you can get it to fill up anymore. Doesn't look like mine's going to pop. It's starting to go down again a little at a time. But yeah, that's the experiment. So what we did here is we mixed an acid, which was our distilled white vinegar, with baking soda, which is a base, and that produced carbon dioxide gas, which filled up our balloon without anybody having to blow it up. So it's a pretty cool project. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you on the next video.
The National Federation of the Blind is committed to expanding STEM opportunities for blind students. Through NFB STEM2U, we bring accessible, non-visual STEM lessons to blind youth nationwide. We would like to thank General Motors for its generous support of this program.
National Federation of the Blind. Live the life you want.